Okay, here we go. So let's take a look at the Super Bowl reaction between just a sweet Caroline song. You know, everybody knows that one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, every stadium across.
And then we're going to show you the
United
reaction. And then we're going to show you the same exact section when Bad Bunny came out. So let's take a look at that.
Come on, let's see it.
Here they go, look. Reaching out. Listen to the crowd. They're into it, man. They're into it.
We're into it, man. It's a classic.
Oh, here we go. Look. Arms crossed.
Dead.
You got that one girl dancing, and then you realize she's on AirPods watching the Turning Point USA halftime show. Welcome to the Mirror Years.
Hey, Trump was voted in because, 60% or more of this country has decided that we've had enough of it. The media could say one thing, but the people have spoken, and this is what we voted for.
Yeah. And then, of course, you're going to have your corporations like, Bud Light, who are willing to abandon their base, their customers, throw it all out the window to push a political agenda. And, and just to give a little interlude to that, did I say that right? Interlude. But it's like, people have different opinions on.
It's my favorite song.
One thing is like.
It's my favorite song.
Speaking of, Ice Out.
Ice Out.
I guess some people have different opinions on what the Super Bowl halftime show should represent.
No, I'm pretty sure everyone shared opinion that shit sucked.
Yeah. And it's like some people, the whole Bad Bunny thing, some people get hung up and they think that, it's just a bunch of racists. They just hate Spanish, I'm sorry. I don't know if even you know this, but my mother's father was from Mallorca, Spain, barely spoke any English. Half my family moved to Puerto Rico from Spain. My half of family, my mom and us went to New York. And New York is like the hub for Puerto Ricans, by the way. When you move from Spain to America, it's a 50-50, like flip a coin toss. Half of you went to New York, half of you went to Puerto Rico. But the culture there, they're not down for Bad Bunny, that reggae tone and everything, and sex and put my penis here and there and multiple women. And it's actually very sexist and downgrading to women. What's that?
I'm a Trump supporter. I feel violated. I never knew this about you. I've been talking to you this whole time.
Well, you got to get in touch with your racist side, you Aryan.
Of course I do that.
But it's just amazing to me. That's how they want to be represented. But just like Bud Light, the NFL is going to have their Bud Light moment.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's coming.
When you want to go on you want to make a political stand and you want to weaponize the Super Bowl halftime show, and I feel that's what they did. The same thing with Bud Light. They're bringing on, Dylan, because that's his name, Dylan Mulvaney. They're bringing on him because they're not satisfied. They want to bring more people into selling Bud Light too, but they're abandoning their whole base. The people that put money in their pockets, they're abandoning them and they're leaving them behind. And I'm sorry, but I don't know a lot of homosexuals and transsexuals that drink Bud Light. I just don't. They're drinking Cosmos. Okay, they're drinking fucking margaritas, Cosmos. They're not drinking Bud Light.
Yeah.
They're just not. So it's kind of like you're going after that. Really, you're going to abandon your base and to push a political agenda for people that will never drink your product.
And to your point, if you're gonna push against 60% of what the country wanted for the minority, you screwed up when you pick such a terrible act. You're gonna pick someone so not talented. At least pick someone entertaining to push your message. But you picked. It sounds like two cats fucking. You're gonna have to edit that out.
Yeah, but you know what? At the Grammy speech, he said "Ice Out," and his music is popular. And the thing that gets me about it.
In Mexico.
The thing that gets me about it is the Super Bowl halftime has always been about celebrating American culture because football is an American sport.
I remember watching
And,
Michael Jackson when I was a kid.
you know,
watching
when
Dallas
we were
Buffalo
kids,
play.
you know, Dad and Ma, they used to go out. They would go out to a Super Bowl party, and they would leave us with the magic subs, chicken wings,
Yep.
Super Bowl on the TV. We'd gather together, we'd watch it,
Yep.
and it was really like almost like family traditions here in America to
Absolutely.
celebrate
Like
an
Thanksgiving.
American game, an American culture game. And, you know, people will be like, oh, well, what about, you know, different Spanish singers that have covered the Super Bowl? Okay, that's great. That's great. You know, people come here and influence American culture, but let's get this straight. We still have an American culture.
American culture. And
we still have
speak
it.
English in
Judeo-Christian
America.
American culture. We still have it.
That's our language as Americans. It's not the color. It's not the race. It's the culture. And when you're American, you're part of something. And we speak English. And be a part of it. That's what makes us one.
And here's the thing, too. It's like, well, he is an American. Well, yet Puerto Rico, they get like de facto citizenship through Congress.
Yeah.
Okay. Not through the Constitution. They get it through Congress because they're an owned territory, but they are not a part of the United States. The actual term is unincorporated territory. That means we own you and you're not technically a part of the United States, but we give you citizenships. And here's the thing. Puerto Rico wanted it that way. Puerto Rico wants their own identity.
They voted it that way.
They want their own government. They want their own culture. They want their own language. They want to be separated that way, but still connected to the point where America will help them. Because Puerto Rico is highly, highly dependent on America's government and social programs.
And here's the part where I'm going to sound like a dick, but if you're going to claim to be American, then maybe you should not find it funny to not speak English in the Super Bowl, right? Like, that's our language, and how are you going to claim to
it's
be
not only
American
that, it's
while
just
laughing in our face?
It's not even that for 12 plus minutes at an American game and American culture, we heard a foreign language because Spanish is a foreign language to America. English has always been the dominant language of America ever since America was created. All commerce, all business was done in English. That is why we're one of the few countries that don't have a national language. Well, until Trump made it that way.
If I went to Mexico and knew nothing about the culture, the laws, or the language,
they would
and
never
called
accept
myself
you.
a Mexican, I would never be accepted as a Mexican.
They would never accept you, and they would deny you citizenship.
China, if I went to China, I never learned the culture, I never learned the laws, and I never learned the language. They're never going to call me Chinese. It's, the fact that
and here's the thing
come
too,
here and take advantage of us, and we all should be upset about that.
This is where most Americans get lost too. They think all the immigrants and all the different cultures make up American cultures, and that's just not true.
Not true.
We're Judeo-Christian, Christianity. We have our own American culture, and we have immigrants that move here, and their cultures influence American culture, but it doesn't change American culture to theirs. It doesn't mean Italians' culture, because if you're Italian and you came to America and became an American citizen, you can't sit there and say, well, my Italian culture is American culture. No, it's not. It's still an Italian culture. Now, your culture could influence American culture. Let's take Black Americans, for instance. Do you think American culture is African American culture? No. No. We're not doing anything cultural even close to what they do in Africa, are we?
Which is not the same as Black people have not brought things to our culture. Not the same thing. They're two entirely different things. You go down.
Black
Motown
culture is
music.
American culture.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the
They're
point.
a part of our history and our culture.
African culture is not. And that's where people get things misconstrued.
That's actually what I really hate about things like Black History Month.
Yeah.
There should be no Black History Month. It's you're American.
You're American.
When and this is what I don't get. And I think Morgan Freeman a long time ago actually touched on this. And he's like, what are we doing? There should be no Black History Month because Black people are much a part of American history as anyone.
As anyone else.
So why separate it? Because separating actually takes away from that.
Yeah.
You know, it takes away from the fact that they contributed so much and they're a part of American. You just want to separate that, give them their own national anthem, give them this. The left is separating us in something that should be so basic that unites us as Americans. We're Americans. We're Americans. We're Americans.
Yep.
And the more you separate and play identity politics, the more things get crazy, and then you get dehumanizing language towards the other side. And once people stop talking, that's when violence begins. And that's what you're seeing now. Because
Charlie Kirk.
That's because, yeah, exactly. That's what you're seeing now.
Whole separate topic, but Charlie Kirk, and the minute he died, he was labeled as evil. I want you to go through any clip and show me anything evil that man ever said.
Well, here's the thing. They'll don't get me started on the left, but they tend to be lazy. Okay.
Lazy.
So
That's-
they'll watch their
number one.
feed. They'll watch a 20-second clip of something Charlie said that's taken out of context and edited and be like, oh, he's a racist.
Yep. They do it with Trump too.
But they'll never watch the full clip because that takes work. It takes work to research and do your own diligence. It's much easier just to have someone think for you and tell you what you're supposed to think and say, if you want to be a good human being, then go protest ICE.
Bro, that's because we live in the generation of Uber. And now I want the microwave generation. I want it now. Like everything's now. So a 10-second clip, a 5-minute clip. No one does any research. They want everything just told to them, done for them.
I mean, people think that the main problem with, let's say, Bad Bunny at the halftime show was the fact that he's Spanish and like everyone's racist. And one thing I would really like to point out is when Trump won his first term, okay, a lot of the people that voted for him voted for Obama.
Yeah, that's true. That's a fact. You can Google it.
And it's like you're calling people racist that just got done voting for a black president and weren't impressed.
Obama. Yeah.
And so, he won the popular vote. He won a lot. I voted for Obama.
Yeah.
I voted for change.
Yeah, before I knew better. Change.
Did you watch the Super Bowl this year? I didn't even ask you. Did you watch the Super Bowl this year?
Unfortunately.
Did you tune into Turning Point USA's halftime show?
I did.
That was a banger.
I did turn into it. That was awesome.
One thing, and we'll play the clip too, but one thing people totally lost sight of is they're like, oh, Kid Rock had these lyrics about minors. First of all, he did that song for a movie. Yeah. Did you know that? He did that song for a movie. It was a scripted movie where they wanted to hear those kind of lyrics. Yeah. He didn't just come up with that on a Sunday afternoon talking about that. And the one thing I really love about Kid Rock and his performance at the real halftime show, I'll call that, is that he showed his spiritual growth. He was telling a story.
Yeah, he was.
He was telling a story. He came out, and this is the first time me and my brother actually talked about this at all.
Tonight is the first time.
But he came out and he showed literally his spiritual growth. He came out and did one of his old songs, blah, 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 right?
Which is my
and then people are
only
like,
problem
oh,
with
look, oh, how horrible. He's lip singing.
Yeah.
First of all,
I was one of those people.
First of all, I thought it was too, but actually it was technical difficulties. He actually came out and told you that it was just not synced properly.
We're here to address the fake news media and all the trolls that are piling on trying to say I was lip syncing on the Turning Point USA halftime to Ball with the Ball. First, I gotta say thank you to my DJ, Paradigm, we call him Freddie, who flew down from Detroit this evening. It's Monday night, flew down from Detroit this evening just so we can make this video for you. And we get to hang out and drink a couple beers, so it's all good. So the Turning Point of Ball with the Ball, that song's Chaos. And the first thing is, if I was ever going to lip sync, which I wouldn't, that would be the last song I would ever have to bring in the fold to do it to. We've performed.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Every
night get that in time
since 1998, since the day it was released. So the Turning Point event. So they sent me a first cut. We taped it, and then they sent me a first cut. And my comment was, the sync is off. They were trying to line up. First off, if we would have done it, if we would have recorded it and then played like we were singing it, lip synced it.
Anyone that's ever done this in a live situation
it was very difficult
knows this to be true.
Because somebody clearly wasn't super familiar with the song. Also, when I asked them, I go, Freddie raps that song with me, my DJ. And they're like, he does what? And I'm like, oh no. I'm like,
lip singing would actually have been easier to do than sync up a live performance of it.
And they didn't. No. He wasn't. Were you lit up? No. He didn't even have a light up.
I was lit up.
Any TV time?
No.
Sorry, no.
I mean, you can see my silhouette.
Yeah, you can see it. So they don't have that footage. Now it's extremely difficult for them to line up the sync. Could have been done if we had more time. I'm confident they could have got it right. I only got to see one edit. And I didn't think it was.
They threw this show together in just a matter of
the mic's
weeks.
coming down, the sync was off because we're rapping it. That song takes so much energy. You've seen me. People see me do. I'm flipping mics. I'm jumping around like a rabid monkey on stage.
Shit, it's sad that he even has to.
He's like he's all hopped up on Mountain Dew.
And Freddie are like this. I'm like,
Sad he's even got to defend himself, man. Like after that last song.
There he goes.
The freaks, the cars packed with
The guy's been doing it for 20 years.
the 40s and the chicks with beepers, the northern lights and the southern comfort. And it don't even matter if your veins are punctured. All the crackheads, the critics, the cynics, all my heroes in the methadone clinics, all you bastards in the aisle.
You think the guy knows his own song after fucking 20 years?
It's for the shots of Jack and the caps of meth, the half pints of love and the fists of stress. It's for my hookers all tricking out in Hollywood.
And here's the thing too. Every halftime Super Bowl show is lip synced. If you remember the Red Hot Chili Peppers, they'll be the first ones to tell you.
I disagree with it, but it's true.
They unplugged all their instruments. And the reason why is because they're getting just hundreds of millions of people to watch this thing. And if you've ever done a live event, if you're a musician, you've ever done a live event, you know, people play with backing tracks and all that. Mm-hmm. But you can't afford to have an audio dropout or anything during the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah.
So they require you through contract to lip sync. So there is never, not one time, have been a Super Bowl halftime show that's been actually live. It's all been lip synced.
Yeah,
all of it.
That's fair enough.
So now they'll have a live mic and they're singing over the backing track, but the backing track is there. Yep. And backing tracks are used in lots of concerts, like every single one.
Look, I have to say, I was one of the ones when he came out with Ball with the Ball and he was lip syncing. I was like, oh, God.
Yep. The sync was off.
I'm like, this is terrible. Like, I didn't know this is what we were tuning in for. A lot of hype.
Yep.
But I tell you what, I kept watching and he saved the show for me. That acoustic set
well,
he
did
did
you
at
notice?
the end, and it wasn't even his song and the way he did it. And
well,
I give him a lot of credit. I really enjoyed that.
I don't know if you've noticed this. And like I said, I'll say this again. This is the first time we actually talked about it. I don't know if you noticed, but he actually was telling a story.
Yeah.
So he came out and did the older song, and then if you notice, he had this transition where he had the cello come in and whatever. Mm-hmm. That was a Christian song.
Yeah.
Hymn that they were playing, and so they had that come in. They faded that up, and as they faded that out, they had Kid Rock come in under his real name.
Yes.
To show you his spiritual growth. This was me now. Here's the transition, and now I'm coming out. This is my name, and I'm going to sing this song. And he sang that Cody Johnson song that I love, by the way.
And did you notice that every artist there did at least one other artist song? And did you notice who those artists were? They were the other country singers that have stood up against the left and have been persecuted in some way, whether it was loss of albums or whatever. Every one of those artists have been persecuted, and because they couldn't be there that night, those artists picked specifically those artists to redo a song, and I thought that was really cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our brother, Robert Ritchie.
Yeah, this was good.
In case you missed it, this was amazing. This was awesome.
This was really good, man. It was really good. I enjoyed it.
This is why we're doing the show right here.
Right here.
You can tell your old man you'll do some largemouth fishing another time. You got too much on your plate to bait and cast a line. You can always put a rain check in his hand till you can't, You can keep putting on forever with that girl whose heart you hold, swearing that you'll ask someday further down the road. You can always put a diamond on her hand.
Married.
Till you can't, till you can't. If you got a chance, take it, take Take it while you got a chance. If you got a dream, chase it.
I know people have said this about shit in the past. I might like his version better.
I do like it.
I really like this version, bro.
I do like it too.
I gotta admit it.
I love the last verse.
Yeah. I love the raspiness in his voice.
Now there's a box of greasy parts sitting in the trunk of that 65, still waiting on you and your grandpa to bring it back to life. You can always get around to fixing up that old Pontiac till you can't, till you can't. If you got a chance, take it. Take it while you got a chance. If you got a dream, chase it. Cause a dream won't chase you back. If you're gonna love somebody, hold them as long and as strong and as close as you can. Take care. Take care.
All right, here we go. This is the verse. This is the verse he put it to. I love this.
I do too.
You know, I awoke one Sunday morning all alone with this song stuck in my head. And in that moment, something or someone spoke to me. They said there was still a verse that needed to be written for this song, and to get up and write it down. There's a book that's sitting in your house somewhere that could use some dusting off. There's a man who died.
The crowd
for all
loves
our
it.
sins, hanging from the cross. You can give your life to Jesus, and He'll give you a second
Crowd is going
chance
crazy.
till you can't. Till you can't. If you got a chance, take it. Take it while you got a chance. If you got a dream, chase it. Cause a dream won't chase you back. If you're gonna love somebody, hold them as long and as strong and as close as you can. Till you can. Till you can. If you got a chance, take it. Take it while you got a chance. If you got a dream, chase it. Cause a dream won't chase you back. If you're gonna love somebody, hold them as long and as strong and as close as you can. Till you can.
Makes you want to go back to church.
Oh,
Till you
man.
can. Until you can.
Or option 2 was,
What? What was option 2?
yeah, option 2 was,
Hold on. What's option 2?
Ey, Titi me preguntó si tengo mucha novia. Ey, mucha novia. Tengo una mañana.
oh my
otra.
God, he's so talented.
Pero no
The
hay
re-
dos.
the
Titi me
results are in.
preguntó si tengo
He's
mucha
amazing.
novia. Ey,
But Kid Rock lip
mucha
sang.
novia.
Wait,
Tengo a una
the actual
mañana
stadium, ready?
otra. Ey, me la voy a llevar a todas pa' un VIP. Un VIP.
it wasn't even that.
Ey,
Trash.
Yeah.
thought that was
What I really liked is just the focus on patriotism.
Yeah.
Patriotism and God
Togetherness.
and our culture.
Yes.
The Western culture that this country was built off of.
The side that's called violent is
Yeah.
the one singing and about peace and trying to be
Exactly.
peaceful and
When
voting
Charlie
for
Kirk
things.
was killed, we hold candles. We don't burn down cities.
Yep.
And guess what they did at the guy's funeral?
Yeah,
You know, what did they do? They're spitting on his grave, literally spitting,
destroying
causing destroying
across college
things.
campuses.
They're
like,
unhinged. The left is unhinged.
why would
Out of
you get
control.
called violent?
It's out of control.
Look, you cannot like Trump. That's fine. You can hate
But I'm
him.
like,
That's fine.
do you want to listen to
try to kill him 3 times?
Mr. Kid Rock sing some Cody Johnson and put his own, his own last verse on it, which I really enjoyed.
I did too.
You
I
know?
did too. Me and my wife did.
Yeah, and I'm not even that religious. My wife is pretty religious. I'm not that religious, but I'm growing more and more religious every day because I'm realizing that this is a battle between good and evil. That's what this is. This is a straight up battle between good and evil.
I think today's politics have showed that, man. To be honest with you, it's funny that you say that. We never talked about that. Out of all the years, we've never really spoken about that. But I feel the same way because I feel like it's more obvious now.
And this is actually kind of a reason why we started this show.
Yeah.
And why I got this equipment. And
it's like a calling.
Plugging in a couple mics because we want to really try to get through to everybody and just put topics out there, let people tune in and
have fun, debate a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe a little argue. I really enjoyed that. And I got to admit, I really was one of the ones when he came out. I'm like, I rolled my eyes. I'm like, oh my God, Kid Rock, come on, bro.
I can tell right away because, I do side jobs where I mic up bands and things like that. Yeah. And when you live stream, you got to get the sync right.
Right.
Just like we were doing right before the show, I'm trying to get the sync right.
I was that fan though. That was disappointed just with the lip singing. Because it's Kid Rock. That's why. And I understand other people.
No, he wasn't lip singing.
In the beginning, Ball with the Ball, but it was all...
It's backing track, man.
I get it.
It's backing track.
But he saved it, man. When he got up there, I mean, he's still an artist. He still got it, man. Full respect to Kid Rock.
Or would you...
That's my favorite song.
Pero no hay boda, Titi me preguntó si tengo muchas novias. Muchas novias, tengo a una, mañana otra. Me la voy a llevar a todas pa' un VIP.
Very American. Very American.
Saludan a ti.
He's so bad.
I have friends too, also Puerto Rican friends, and they're like, God, no, that does not represent our culture.
You've seen all that on YouTube, right? Like, that's not even
do you?
Spanish.
I don't think people realize because... And when I say I don't think people realize, I'm actually talking about ignorant leftists that just want to promote all this bullshit.
Yeah, not all
I don't think they really know, but
left.
Puerto Rico, very Catholic.
Yeah,
very Catholic,
very much so.
Strict Catholic. And when you know what these songs are about and you translate them and actually see, even when they're filtered out for the G-rated audience, it's just so. It's so sexist and it's so nasty.
We'll have to pull up a clip of the NFL getting fined. NFL.
Now, I'm not saying that when I did my DJ karaoke show, I still didn't play Bad Bunny a couple times, because, but here's the thing. It's like when I see women up there shaking their asses into it, I'm like, all right, do you know what he's saying? Because
it's funny you bring that up.
It's pretty oppressive.
Eminem came out with a song one time, and I don't remember the name of the song, but I remember the part where he says, he starts rambling off on the mic. He's like, "There you go, girl. Get on the floor, shake your ass like a whore."
Oh, Eminem says some awful things. I'm going to burn the house down with you in it.
Hold on. He says, "You don't even hear what I'm saying right now. You just like the beat. La 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 la." And sure as shit, I was at a club at the time here in Florida, and that song came on, and sure as shit, there was like 15 girls. 15, maybe 20 that were like, "This is my song," and they're out there dancing, and this man is literally like, "Shake your ass like a whore. You don't even know what I'm saying right now." And they're like, "This is my song." Bad Bunny.
Thank you for joining us. It's the Neil Show.